privilege to extend a warm welcome to Honorable Chancellor, Cotton University, Sri Lakshman Prasad Acharya, to the third convocation of Cotton University. We are extremely privileged to have amidst us the former director of IIT and IIIT Guwahati, Professor Gautam Barua, as our guest of honor. We feel honored to have Professor Apurva Palkar, Honorable Vice Chancellor, Maharashtra State Skill University, with us today as the convocation speaker, and Professor Ramesh Chandra Deka, Honorable Vice Chancellor, Cotton University, Guwahati. Cotton University extends a warm welcome to all members of court, Executive Council and Academic Council, distinguished guests, eminent academicians, members of faculty, parents, dear graduating students, and all our well-wishers for their gracious presence on this very special day of the university. May I call upon stage Ms. Komalika Kashyap, student of UG second semester, Cotton University, to present the Saraswati Vandana.
Krishnaya Vasudevaya Daibaki Nandanaya Shah Nanda Gopakumaraya Govindaya Namo Namaha Namah Pankajanaabhaye Namah Pankajamaline Namah Pankajanetraye Namaste Pankajanggraye Vasudevam Krishnam Kankhasanuramardanam Daivaki Hridayanandan Krishnam Vande Jagadguru Hari Rama 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 Ram Jaya Jaya He Bhagavati Surabharati Tava Charano Pranamamaha Jaya Jaya He Bhagavati Surabharati Tava Charano Pranamamaha Nad Brahmamai Jaya Vagheshwari Nad Brahmamai Jaya Vagheshwari Sharanam Te Rakshama Jaya Jaya He Bhagavati Surabharati Tava Charano Pranamamaha Tava Chi Sharanya Tribhuvana Dhanya Tava Chi Sharanya Tribhuvana Dhanya Suramuni Bandita Charana Suramuni Bandita Charana Navarasa Madhura Kabita Mukhada Smita Ruchi Ruchira Charana Jaya Jaya He Bhagavati Surabharati Tava Charano Pranamamaha Jaya Jaya He Bhagavati Surabharati Tava Charano Pranamamaha Tava Charano Pranamamaha Tava Charano Pranamamaha Dhanavad.
May I now request Dr. Arindam Garg, Registrar, Cotton University, to take the proceedings forward.
Namaskar. Namaskar. I request the Honorable Chancellor of Cotton University to declare the convocation of Cotton University open.
I declare the third convocation of Cotton University open.
May I now request Professor Ramesh Chandra Deka, the Vice Chancellor, Cotton University, to present the welcome address and the report.
Namaskar. Honorable Governor of Assam and the Chancellor of Cotton University, Sri Lakshman Prasad Acharya ji, Honorable Vice Chancellor of Maharashtra State Skills University, Professor Apurva Palkarji. Guest of honor, former Director of Indian Institute of Technology, Guwahati and Indian Institute of Information Technology, Guwahati, Professor Gautam Borua. Distinguished members of University Court, Executive Council, Academic Council, and other statutory bodies of the university. Respected Pro Vice Chancellor, Registrar, Deans, Heads of Department and Center, members of faculties, officials, and staff of the university, honored guests, members of the media, and most significant of all, my dear graduating students and their proud parents, and Sri Konak Sen Deka, eminent journalist of Assam, on whom we shall confer the Doctor of Letters degree on this auspicious occasion. I extend my heartfelt greetings and a very warm welcome to each one of you on this momentous occasion of the third convocation of Cotton University. Today is a day of immense pride, celebration, and reflection as we recognize the achievements of our students and progress of our esteemed institution. I am deeply grateful to our Honorable Governor of Assam for his kind consent to preside over today's convocation and to award the degrees. Sir, your gracious presence is a source of immense inspiration for all of us. A special note of appreciation to Professor Apurva Palkar, Honorable Vice Chancellor of Maharashtra State Skills University, for her gracious presence and for agreeing to deliver the convocation address. We are also deeply honored by the presence of Professor Gautam Borua as an esteemed guest of honor. Today is a holistic day for our university as we have gathered here for the third convocation of our more than a century-old institution. From its humble beginning as Cotton College to its transformation into Cotton University in 2017, the institution has continued to grow while retaining its rich academic and cultural heritage. A matter of great pride in recent times for us is that Cotton University was accredited with A grade by the National Assessment and Accreditation Council in 2024, thus becoming the first public university in the Northeast to achieve this milestone in its very first cycle of assessment. Today, I take immense pride in announcing that in this third convocation, a total of 3,001 students will be conferred degree, including 86 PhDs, 1,657 postgraduates, 1,240 undergraduates, and 17 diplomas. Additionally, 128 students will be conferred gold medals. Dear students, as you step out of the campus, you enter an extremely challenging world. However, I do believe that the knowledge and training that you receive during your stay at Cotton University have prepared you well to explore the opportunities and handle the difficulties with zeal and unwavering commitment. I urge you to become ambassadors of this glorious institute, to be our mascot, to always uphold the pride, honor, and integrity of Cotton University. The university has 5 vibrant faculties which house 31 academic departments and 4 centers, namely the Center for Women Studies, the Center for Language, Culture, and Art, the Center for Cloud and Climate Change Research, and the Capacity Building Center. These centers offer a range of relevant certificate and diploma courses, along with specialized training programs for students and faculty members across disciplines. Further, the university hosts a civil service studies center under the State Innovation and Transformation Ayog (SITA), equipped with well-resourced library, which regularly conducts training programs to support and guide students in their career aspirations. I would like to highlight a unique program offered by our university, the BA program for sports person. It is a matter of great pride that today we will be awarding graduation certificates to first batch of students from this program. One of the most significant achievements of our university in recent past, the adaptation of a four-year undergraduate program under NEP 2020. We have introduced academic bank credits, multiple entry and exit policy under this program. In an effort to streamline its admission process, the university has been successfully participating in CUET and has aligned its admission process with the SOMART portal. Cotton University has started declaring results through the SOMART portal, and the grade sheets are now readily available in DigiLockers. Various eminent personalities have visited Cotton University in the recent past, which include Honorable Vice President of India, Sri Jagdeep Dhankharji, eminent scientists and educationist, Professor P.S. Kalsi, Dr. Sudhanshu Trivedi, Professor Stephens Lindo from University of California, Berkeley, Padma Shri, Professor Kiran Seth, who is the founder of SpeakMake, Mrs. Melinda Pevek, U.S. Consul General, Mrs. Dayambi Kabatuisila, Queen of Democratic Republic of Congo, Padma Shri, Sri Bikram Seth, to name few. In the field of extracurricular activities, I am proud to state that our students regularly participate in the AIU and other national and international platforms of sports and various cultural activities. And every year, they have been bringing laurels to the institution with their extraordinary performances. In the research and development categories, we have got several projects. Currently, 39 projects are going on. Very recently, we got one project from DBT Builder with 4 crore 34 lakhs rupees for developing infrastructure in the Department of Botany, Zoology, Molecular Biology and Biotechnology, Environmental Biology and Wildlife Sciences. We also received 20 crore from PMUSA scheme. Our faculty members have made remarkable contribution to the global academic community with significant number of research publications in prestigious journals, including Science, which has impact factor of 63.71. So I am proud to tell that 2 articles have been published from in the journal Science from the Northeastern region, and both the publications are from Cotton University only. Cotton University has a very vibrant library. Very recently, we were included in One Nation, One subscription scheme, giving us accessibility to numerous journals. I am also very much thankful to Honorable Minister, Mrs. Nandita Garlosa. With her help, we were able to install dedicated power supply to Cotton University campus with 11 kV feeder. Furthermore, I am pleased to share that Government of Assam has sanctioned an infrastructure grant of 91 crore for renovating our hostels and academic buildings. The university also recognizes that it has a social responsibility towards community. We have adopted 5 villages and provided them with a variety of services and facilities, including solar light distribution, campaigning for no plastic, clean drinking water distribution, and plantation of more than 10,000 lemon sapling and fruit-bearing trees, mushroom cultivation training, free health camp, and relief during flood. Through the initiative of the Unnat Bharat Abhijan cell of Cotton University, the Cotton University Women's Forum, and the NSS unit of the university. The Center for Women's Studies additionally has sensitized students and created awareness of gender equity for the academic community at Cotton University. Before concluding, I would like once again to congratulate the students receiving degrees and diplomas in the convocation. Your parents and guardians must be very proud of you, and they deserve our appreciation for doing all that they have done in order to give you a good start in life. I would also like to mention that the certificates you will be receiving today have 12 high-end security features, including QR code, to ensure their academic security and authenticity. Dear students, as you leave this institution, I urge you to embrace lifelong learning. The world is evolving rapidly, and adaptability will be your greatest strength. Keep pushing boundaries, keep asking questions, and never stop striving for excellence. Most importantly, stay true to your values and principles. Success is not measured by professional achievements alone, but by the impact you create in the lives of others and the world you change. As you step out into the world, carry with you the spirit of your alma mater, the spirit of resilience, excellence, and service to society. I have no doubt that you will make us proud in all your endeavors. Thank you.
Moving forward with the proceedings of the award of degrees now, may I request Professor Ramesh Chandra Deka, Honorable Vice Chancellor, Cotton University, to start the proceedings.
May I now request the Honorable Chancellor of Cotton University to kindly award the degrees and diplomas to the eligible candidates.
By virtue of the authority vested on me as the Chancellor of Cotton University, I shall now award degrees and diplomas. That the candidates for the award of the degrees and diplomas be presented.
We shall now proceed to the award of the prestigious honoris causa, the D.Litt degree upon an illustrious Assamese, Sri Konok Shendeka. I would like to request Dr. Muktikam Hazarika, Faculty, Department of Mass Communication, Journalism and Media Studies, to kindly read the citation.
Cotton University, Doctor of Letters, D.Litt, honoris causa, citation. Sri Konok Shendeka, your invaluable contributions in the fields of journalism, Assamese literature, and culture have been a guiding light inspiring generations of populace in Assam. As the editor-in-chief of Doinik Agrodut, you played a significant role in shaping modern Assamese media and fostering fearless journalism. Your insightful writings and editorial leadership have made you one of the most respected voices in the socio-political landscape of Assam. For your remarkable contributions in journalism and literature, you have been honored with several prestigious awards, including the state government's Republic Day Journalism Award, Hangbadikota Bota in 2018, Lifetime Achievement Award in 2017, the highest state award, Shrimonto Honkordev Award in 2011, News Live Jibon Jura Hadhana Award in 2023, Rashtriya Patrakarita Kalyan Nyakh Award in 2022, Kamal Kumari National Award in 1998, National Citizenship Award in 1993, to name a few. Being a prolific writer, you have also authored 8 novels, numerous short stories, articles, and travelogues which have enthralled the masses, broadened their knowledge on Assamese culture, and enriched Assamese literature. It is commendable that your book, Notun Purukhe Jukti Radharot Homaj Gorhok, has been reprinted 22 times and has also been translated to English, Bengali, Hindi, and Bodo. Born in Belkhor of Nalbari district in Assam in 1933, you pursued your school education in your home district and then graduated from Cotton College, Guwahati in 1957, after which you completed post-graduation in political science from Guwahati University in 1962. Passionate about spreading education, you started your professional career as a teacher at Sipajhar Higher Secondary School in 1963. Thereafter, you started your newspaper, Agrodut, in 1971, managing both the professions simultaneously. You shifted base to Guwahati in 1973 and immersed yourself completely in the arena of journalism based on the essence of truth and courage. Agrodut eventually became Doinik Agrodut and spread its wings all over the state. The dedication, sincerity, and zeal for work that you have demonstrated through practice will remain exemplary for years to come. For your outstanding contributions in the sphere of journalism, Assamese literature, and culture in Assam, and for the impeccable values exemplified by you, Cotton University takes immense pleasure in conferring upon you the degree of Doctor of Letters, honoris causa, honorary delete, signed by the Vice-Chancellor, Cotton University, today on the occasion of the third convocation of the university. Guwahati, March 5, 2005. The Vice-Chancellor will now present the candidate for Doctor of Letters, honoris causa, to the Honorable Chancellor.
Honorable Chancellor, sir, the Executive Council of Cotton University is pleased to honor Sri Konak Sen Deka with the degree of Doctor of Letters, honorary causa, for his invaluable contribution in the fields of journalism, Assamese literature, and culture. I pray that he may now be admitted.
Admitted as prayed.
The Vice-Chancellor will now present the candidates for the degree of Doctor of Philosophy of all faculties. Candidates, please rise in their seats.
I urge upon the candidates for the degree of Doctor of Philosophy to rise in their seats. I pray to you, sir, the candidates who have been found fit for the award of the degree of Doctor of Philosophy, and pray that they be admitted.
Admitted as prayed.
I request the deans of the faculties to present the candidates of the departments under the respective faculties for the award of the degree to the Honorable Chancellor.
May I now request Professor Bornali Gogoi, Dean, Faculty of Earth Sciences, to present the candidates of the Faculty of Earth Sciences.
I urge upon the candidates for the degree of Master of Science in Geography and Geology under the Faculty of Earth Sciences to rise in their seats. I present to you, sir, the candidates who have been found fit for the award of the degree of Master of Science in Geography and Geology, and pray that they may be admitted.
Admitted as prayed.
I urge upon the candidates for the degree of Bachelor of Arts in Geography and degree of Bachelor of Science in Geography and Geology under the Faculty of Earth Science to rise in their seats. I present to you, sir, the candidates who have been found fit for the award of the degree of Bachelor of Arts in Geography and degree of Bachelor of Science in Geography and Geology, and pray that they may be admitted.
Admitted as prayed.
May I now request Professor Daisy Das, Dean, Faculty of Human and Social Sciences, to present the candidates of the Faculty of Human and Social Sciences.
I urge upon the candidates for the degree of Master of Arts in Anthropology, Archaeology, Economics, Education, History, Law, Mass Communication, Journalism, and Media Studies, Philosophy, Political Sciences, Psychology, and Sociology under the Faculty of Human and Social Sciences to rise in their seats. I present to you, sir, the candidates who have been found fit for the award of the degree of Master of Arts in Anthropology, Archaeology, Economics, Education, History, Law, Mass Communication, Journalism and Media Studies, Philosophy, Political Science, Psychology and Sociology, and pray that they be admitted.
Admitted as prayed.
I urge upon the candidates for the degree of Bachelor of Arts in Anthropology, Economics, Education, History, Mass Communication, Journalism, and Media Studies, Philosophy, and Political Sciences, and the degree of Bachelor of Science in Anthropology and Economics under the Faculty of Human and Social Sciences to rise in their seats. I present to you, sir, the candidates who have been found fit for the award of the degree of Bachelor of Arts in Anthropology, Economics, Education, History, Mass Communication, Journalism, and Media Studies, Philosophy, Political Science, and degree of Bachelor of Science in Anthropology and Economics, and pray that they be admitted.
Admitted as prayed.
May I now request Professor Rakhi Kolita Moral, Dean, Faculty of Language, Literature and Linguistics, to present the candidates of the Faculty of Language, Literature and Linguistics.
I urge upon the candidates for the degree of Master of Arts in Arabic, Assamese, Bengali, Bodo, English, Hindi, Persian, and Sanskrit under the Faculty of Language, Literature, and Linguistics to rise in their seats. I present to you, sir, the candidates who've been found fit for the award of the degree of Master of Arts in Arabic, Assamese, Bengali, Bodo, English, Hindi, Persian, and Sanskrit, and pray that they be admitted.
Admitted as prayed.
I now urge upon the candidates for the degree of Bachelor of Arts in Arabic, Assamese, Bengali, English, Hindi, and Sanskrit under the Faculty of Language, Literature, and Linguistics to rise in their seats. I present to you, sir, the candidates who've been found fit for the award of the degree of Bachelor of Arts in Arabic, Assamese, Bengali, English, Hindi, and Sanskrit, and pray that they be admitted.
Admitted as prayed.
May I now request Professor Arup Kumar Hazarika, Dean, Faculty of Life Sciences, to present the candidates of the Faculty of Life Sciences.
I urge upon the candidates for the degree of Master of Science in Botany, Environmental Biology and Wildlife Sciences, Molecular Biology and Biotechnology, and Zoology under the Faculty of Life Sciences to rise in their seats. I present to you, sir, the candidates who have been found fit for the award of the degree of Master of Science in Botany, Environmental Biology and Wildlife Sciences, Molecular Biology and Biotechnology, and Zoology, and pray that they be admitted.
Admitted as prayed.
I urge upon the candidates for the degree of Bachelor of Science in Botany, Molecular Biology and Biotechnology, and Zoology under the Faculty of Life Sciences to rise up in their seats. I present to you, sir, the candidates who have been found fit for the award of the degree of Bachelor of Science in Botany, Molecular Biology and Biotechnology, and Zoology, and pray that they be admitted.
Admitted as prayed.
May I now request Professor Sudipta Nandi, Dean, Faculty of Physical, Chemical, and Mathematical Sciences, to present the candidates of the Faculty of Physical, Chemical, and Mathematical Sciences.
I urge upon the candidates for the degree of Master of Science in Chemistry, Mathematics, Physics, Statistics, Master of Computer Applications, and Master of Library and Information Science under the Faculty of Physical, Chemical, and Mathematical Sciences to rise in their seats. I present to you, sir, the candidates who have been found fit for the award of the degree of Master of Science in Chemistry, Mathematics, Physics, Statistics, Master of Computer Applications, and Master of Library and Information Science, and pray that they be admitted.
Admitted as prayed.
I urge upon the candidates for the degree of Bachelor of Science in Chemistry, Computer Science and IT, Mathematics, Physics, Statistics, and Bachelor of Computer Applications under the Faculty of Physical, Chemical, and Mathematical Sciences to rise in their seats. I present to you, sir, the candidates who have been found fit for the award of the degree of Bachelor of Science in Chemistry, Computer Science and IT, Mathematics, Physics, Statistics, and Bachelor of Computer Applications, and pray that they be admitted.
Admitted as prayed.
May I now request Registrar Cotton University to present all the candidates for BA Sportsperson and the candidates who have qualified for PG Diploma.
I urge upon the candidates for the degree of BA Sportspersons to rise in their seats. I present to you, sir, the candidates who have been found fit for the award of the degree of BA Sportspersons and pray that they be admitted.
Admitted as prayed.
I urge upon the candidates who have qualified for PG Diploma to rise in their seats. I present to you, sir, the candidates who have been found fit for the award of PG Diploma and pray that they be admitted.
Admitted as prayed.
May I now request Dr. Vedanta Bora, Academic Registrar, Cotton University, to present all the candidates of Master of Arts, Master of Science, Bachelor of Arts and Bachelor of Science, and PG Diploma of all faculties in absentia.
I present to you, sir, all the candidates for the degree of Doctor of Philosophy, Master of Arts, Master of Science, Bachelor of Arts, and Bachelor of Science of all the faculties, and PG Diploma in absentia, and pray that they be admitted.
Admitted as prayed.
May I request the Registrar, Cotton University, to proceed for the signing of Convocation Register.
Honorable Chancellor, sir, and the Vice Chancellor will now sign the Convocation Register of the University.
We shall now proceed to the announcement of the names of the PhD candidates. They will receive their degree from the Honorable Chancellor. Registrar, Cotton University is requested to announce the names of the PhD students who shall receive their degrees. Candidates are requested to come up to the stage when their names are being called. After receiving their degrees, they are requested to return to their respective seats.
The names of the candidates who have been found qualified for the degree of Doctor of Philosophy are Meghna Das, Faculty Earth Sciences, Subject Geography; Bhageshri Barua, Faculty Human and Social Sciences, Subject Anthropology; Bhageshri Barua, Faculty Human and Social Sciences, Subject Anthropology; Mausam Ahmed, Faculty Human and Social Sciences, Subject Economics; Lipika Borua, Faculty Human and Social Sciences, Subject Education; Pratisha Padmasri Deka, Faculty Human and Social Sciences, Subject Education; Papuri Bordloi, Faculty Human and Social Sciences, Subject Philosophy; Kankita Sharma, Faculty Human and Social Sciences, Subject Political Science; Ankita Bora, Faculty Human and Social Sciences, Subject Psychology; Bornali Sharma, Faculty Human and Social Sciences, Subject Psychology; Pallavi Datta, Human and Social Sciences, Subject Psychology; Abdus Salam, Faculty Language, Literature and Linguistics, Subject Arabic; Parveen Rezina Sultana, Faculty Language, Literature and Linguistics, Subject Arabic; Sanidul Islam, Faculty Languages, Literature and Linguistics, Subject Arabic; Vikas Setia, Faculty Languages, Literature and Linguistics, Subject Assamese; Porinita Bora, Faculty Languages, Literature and Linguistics, subject Assamese. Subject Molecular Biology and Biotechnology. Shabiha Nudrat Hazarika, Faculty Life Sciences, subject Molecular Biology and Biotechnology. Tamali Sinha, Faculty Life Sciences, subject Molecular Biology and Biotechnology. Amlan Kumar De, Faculty Life Sciences, subject Zoology. Bandita Borua, Faculty Life Sciences, subject Zoology. Deepshika Moran, Faculty Life Sciences, subject Zoology. Deepanjali Biswas, Faculty Life Sciences, subject Zoology. Konkona Medhi, Faculty Life Sciences, subject Zoology. Hantona Hoikia, Faculty Life Sciences, subject Zoology. Sasanko Shekhar, Faculty Life Sciences, subject Zoology. Amati Physical, Chemical and Mathematical Sciences, subject Mathematics. Parismita Phukon, Faculty Physical, Chemical and Mathematical Sciences, subject Mathematics. Piroja Begum, Faculty Physical, Chemical and Mathematical Sciences, subject Mathematics. Shivasri Deka, Faculty Physical, Chemical and Mathematical Sciences, subject Mathematics. Trishamoni Kashyap, Faculty Physical, Chemical and Mathematical Sciences, subject Physics.
Let us now proceed towards the award of university gold medals. The university gold medal, one for each postgraduate, undergraduate program, is awarded annually to the student who secures the highest CGPA in his/her regular batch of program of study. First, the names of the postgraduate candidates shall be announced by the deans of respective faculties in an alphabetical order, beginning with the Dean of Earth Sciences, to be followed by Faculty of Human and Social Sciences, Language, Literature and Linguistics, Faculty of Life Sciences, and Faculty of Physical, Chemical and Mathematical Sciences. After the completion of the award of medals to all postgraduate students, the dean shall announce the recipient of gold medals for the undergraduate students in the same alphabetical order. May I now request Dean, Faculty of Earth Sciences, to announce the names of the postgraduate gold medal awardees.
Now I announce the names of gold medalists in the Faculty of Art Sciences. MSc in Geography, Gyanasri Saikia, 2021. MSc in Geography, Swapnil Bhagavati, 2022. MSc in Geology, Ritupriya Das, 2021. MSc in Geology, Chitraranjan Das, 2022.
MSc in Geology, Dipandita Haloi, 2022.
MA Gold Medalists from the Faculty of Human and Social Sciences are Anthropology, Iman Ghosh, 2021. Anthropology, Amarjyoti Bora, 2022. Archaeology, Tanaya Acharji, 2021. Archaeology, Joba Saikia, 2022. Economics, Sagartitha Chakraborty, 2021. Economics, Anisul Rahman Kausar, 2022. Economics, Pranami Kalita, 2022. Sri Nabanita Sharma, 2022. Law, Mithupriya Bora, 2022. MCJ MS, Jitumani Kolita, 2021. Political Science, Meghasri Bura Gohai, 2021. Psychology, Purnika Borua, 2021.
Murchana Bhattacharya, 2021. Assamese Goryohi Nath, 2022. Bengali Bandita Sharma, 2021. Bengali Mehmooda Begum Chaudhary, 2022. Bodo Jona Basumatari, 2021. Bodo Swedbusari Basumatari, 2022. English Dhritimoni Mohanto.
Trinin Debnath, 2021. EBWS, Prastuti Bhattacharya, 2022. MBBT, Protiti Hatiborua, 2021. MBBT, Debanjana Ghosh, 2022. MBBT, Prema Jain, 2022. Geology, Rohit Sharma, 2021. Geology, Sayani Bhattacharya, 2022.
Gold medalist, MSc Chemistry, Monami Deka, 2021. MCA, Computer Science and IT, Narottam Bhattacharya, 2022. MLISC, Library and Information Science, Shikha Das, 2022. MSc Mathematics, Ankita Gupta, 2021. MSc Mathematics, Nepur Ranjan Hazarika, 2022. MSc Physics, Bhargav Borua, 2022. MSc Statistics, Nitesh Bothra, 2021.
Now I announce the names of gold medalists in the Faculty of Arts Sciences. BSc Geography, Arunav Borua, 2021. BA Geography, Jimmy Deka, 2021. BA Geography, Priyanka Rai, 2022. BA Geography, Wangkat Nangbuang, 2022. BSc Geology, Snigdha Sharma, 2021. BSc Geology, Pulak Fukan, 2022. BSc Geology, T. Sumit Singha, 2022.
BA BSc Gold Medalist from the Faculty of Human BA BSc Gold Medalist from the Faculty of Human and Social Sciences are Anthropology, Pritam Bora, 2021. Anthropology, Nihaj Ahmed, 2022. Anthropology, Rabina Parveen, 2022. Anthropology, Sangeeta Roy, 2022. Economics, Himadri Kashyap, 2021. Economics, Ritu Kumari, 2021. Economics, Dikshita Mahan.
I shall now announce the names of gold medalists in the degree of the Bachelor of Arts under the Faculty of Language, Literature and Linguistics. Arabic, Mofidul Islam, 2021. Assamese, Gultaz Yasmin, 2021. Assamese, Gultaz Yasmin, 2021. Assamese, Shilpi Bhuya, 2022. Bengali, Apurba Datta, 2021. English, Boshali Nath, 2022. Hindi, Priyanka Devi, 2021. Hindi, Hantona Borua, 2022. Sanskrit, Rima Bormon, 2021. Sanskrit, Moshumi Malakar, 2022.
Now I read the names of the Goldmedalists for the Bachelor Program of Faculty under the Life Sciences. Botany, Preeti Day, 2021. Botany, Sukaina Datta, 2021. Botany, Suraj Fukan, 2022. MBBT, Bitul Moidar, 2021. MBBT, Jyoti Das, 2022. Geology, Himakshi Deka, 2021. Geology, Shivashisha Borua, 2022. It's done.
May I now request the registrar to announce the names of the candidates who shall receive the degree of BA Sportsperson.
The names of the candidates who have qualified in the BA Sportsperson are Riyan Parag and Annattam Rajkumar.
May I now request Honorable Vice Chancellor to proceed for the administration of the oath. I request Pratisha Deka to please come up to the dais.
I urge upon the candidates receiving the degree and diplomas of Cotton University to rise in their seats. I charge you to take oath that you will henceforth
I charge you to take oath that you will henceforth behave in manner that you will prove worthy of the degree, diploma conferred on you.
I do solemnly and sincerely declare that in my daily life I shall conduct myself in a manner that I prove worthy of the degree conferred on me today by Cotton University.
May I now request the guest of honor, Professor Gautam Barua, former director, IIT Guwahati and IIIT Guwahati, to deliver his speech.
Honorable Governor of Assam and Chancellor of Cotton University, Sri Lakshman Prasad Acharya, Vice Chancellor of Cotton University, Ramesh Chandra Deka, Vice Chancellor of Maharashtra State Skill University, Professor Apurva Palkar, Sri Kanak Sen Deka, well-known journalist of Assam, members of the University Court, Executive Council, Academic Council, Pro-VC, deans, faculty, and my dear students and all those graduating and receiving their degrees today. It is indeed a privilege for me to be present as a guest of honor in this convocation. I have been associated with Cotton University for a number of years, and I have been fortunate that I have been able to help in whatever way I can. Cotton University, before this, was Cotton College. It was one of the premier colleges of Assam, and therefore it is small wonder that the rapid transition it has made from a college of teaching to a university of R&D and teaching has happened. I am sure the transition will continue because in academics, we never stop. We keep learning newer and newer things. And of course, every university has to aspire to even greater heights than they have attained. But what has happened in the short time shows great promise for the future of this university. Students, you are graduating today, of course, at different levels. Those of you who have already got a PhD, I'm sure you're looking for a career in R&D or teaching. Lots of new colleges, new institutions are coming up, and I'm sure there'll be a bright future for you if you take such careers. Of course, today, you can also do research in non-teaching institutions also. With India growing, with economy growing, R&D centers are coming up, and you can maybe find your place in them too. If you have got a postgraduate or bachelor's degree, I don't know, maybe you'll be doing something other than what you have graduated in. You'll be looking for a job. There are many opportunities today. Earlier, we used to all want a government job, Sarkari Sakuri. But that no longer is an opening for many of us. But on the other hand, the economy is growing. As you have recently seen, Advantage Assam 2.0 has promised a lot of investment into our state, which as they mature, a lot of opportunities will come up. Particularly in the science area, in the engineering area, the semiconductor park that has come up in Jagi Road is going to create a lot of jobs, ancillary jobs, downstream jobs too. But then, getting a job is not the only thing. You can create jobs. Today, government is encouraging startups. The government of Assam has got special programs for startups. You should also think of starting up your own company, your own business. There are many opportunities. Many of you have come from rural areas. Try to do something based on your learning in creating jobs in those areas. Food processing, for example, as I've been talking about earlier recently in some other context, has a huge potential and is going to help society a lot. Perishable food, vegetables are perishable, so we need cold storage, we need processing, we need processing plants also, we need marketing. Why do I have to buy my vegetables from Big Basket? Why don't you guys come up with some local enterprise where we'll get fresh and organic vegetable at my doorstep? So this is just a small example I wanted to give you. So please look ahead, look to the future with confidence. And my basic advice to all of you graduating students is, first and foremost is confidence. You must have confidence in yourself that you can do what you are dreaming about. And don't be afraid of dreaming and then fulfilling your dreams. But in doing so, you have to be careful, you have to work hard, you have to be dedicated, you have to be honest. You must not take shortcuts. Succumbing to shortcuts can lead you to very deep difficulties later on. So once you follow these small tips that I have given you, I am sure the future is ahead of you, and you are the future of Assam, you are the future of India, and of course the future of the planet, which itself requires a lot of change in the coming years. Thank you very much.
To deliver the convocation address, we have with us Professor Apurva Palkar, Vice Chancellor, Maharashtra State Skill University. With an academic experience of more than 2 decades in higher education, Professor Apurva Palkar is the founding Vice Chancellor of the Maharashtra State Skills University. Having a postgraduate degree in mathematics, she is an alumna of IIM Ahmedabad and a recipient of the prestigious Ravi J. Mathai Fellow Award and the Academic Leadership Award from the Higher Education Forum. A keen researcher An innovator at heart, she is recognized both at national and international levels for her pioneering work in entrepreneurial field, institution building, and new age skills. She has served as the Director, Innovation, Incubation, and Linkages at Savitribai Phule University, Pune. She is the Chairperson, Board of Vocational Education, AICTE, and has worked closely with the United Nations Economic and Social Council, among others. She has been on the boards of various national and international agencies such as the ACBSB USA and EFMD Europe, to name a few. She has led projects with Indian Council for Cultural Relations, New Delhi, on universalization of Indian traditional knowledge system. With an interest in application-based research, she has produced 9 PhDs, authored more than 50 research papers, and has contributed widely to academic volumes of repute. Over to you, ma'am.
Respected Governor of Assam and Chancellor of Cotton University, Honorable Acharya Ji, the Vice Chancellor of Cotton University, Professor Ramesh Chandra Ji, Professor Gautam Barua Ji, the former Director IIT Guwahati, the Pro-Vice Chancellor, Dr. Arindam Garg, Registrar, EC members, AC members, faculty members, esteemed guests, cherished parents, and graduating students. It is indeed a great honor, privilege for me to stand in front of you on this momentous occasion where we are all sitting here to celebrate the remarkable achievement of our graduating class. It is my proud privilege to deliver this keynote address in front of all of you. And I'm sure Cotton University carries with itself a legacy of being a prestigious institution in Assam, and you are a part of it. Convocations are the moment of celebrations, and today we have all gathered to celebrate the achievement of you students, the faculty members, and entire university community. This event is a testament of the hard work, dedication, perseverance of each and every one of you involved in the academic pursuit of excellence. As I stand before you, I'm reminded of the day when I graduated from being a student of a university to becoming the founder vice chancellor of Ratan Tata Maharashtra State Skills University. When I graduated like you, I had overwhelming emotions, dreams, अनसर्टनिटी ऑफ फ्यूचर की आगे क्या होने वाला है. मुझे सच में कुछ पता नहीं था जब मैं ग्रेजुएट हुई थी कि मैं कौन सी मंजिल हासिल करूँगी. What is it that I'm going to achieve in my life? But I tell you that it may be essential for all of us to dream of what we really want to achieve in our lives. 30 years have gone by, and I've witnessed important things in my life which I will share with you. First most important thing in my life I found was the power of education. My journey was filled with ups and downs, and if there is something that all of us have to take home today is that of education and lifelong learning. We shouldn't give up learning the day we receive our degrees. I'm also excited to speak about what Sri Nelson Mandela once upon a time said, that education is the most powerful weapon which can change the world. And I feel that there is a foundation which is getting laid for all of you in your professional lives as well as in your personal lives. I'm sure you have developed your capabilities of thinking, your critical thinking, your ability to solve the problems, look at innovative practices. Each one of you, I believe, has an untapped potential, and the world is waiting for you. Believe you in me that the world is looking at the youth of India. The education that you have received in this university is just not a degree, but it is a toolkit, a foundation which will build your dreams. And I believe that you are going to be the change makers for tomorrow. You are the leaders who will inspire not just the peers sitting here in this room, but there are a lot of people who are following you. I also would like to bring on to the second subject, which is very close to my heart, which Professor Barua just now spoke on, is your ability to solve the problems and become an entrepreneur or would you like to become an entrepreneur? I am not sure how many would want to do that. But today, the country requires a lot of people who can solve the problems. We require people who will take ownership of the work that you get into, which is what we call it as intrapreneurship. And entrepreneurship is something where you start something of your own. Being in Assam, today in Guwahati, I am reminded of one boy from Assam whom I had the fortune of mentoring. And his name is Samudra Datta Talukdar. And this story is very unique, which I want to share with everyone sitting in this room. And that story is of a boy who studied in a very nominal engineering institution, went into work for an MNC, decided that he wants to solve some problem and become a startup. He came to me in the year 2020 when I was the Director Innovation in Pune University, which is now known as Savitribai Phule Pune University. February 2020, he came to me, and he was already having a failed startup. He was completely dejected when he came to me, and I became his mentor. In February 2020, he came, and March hit the COVID for all of us. But he came up with a very brilliant idea of using AR to bring in solution for the real estate, buildings, etc., selling them. Let me tell you, he treats me as his God, because when he came to me with only 5 employees and with a negative balance sheet, in 2 years, when he was with us, we pivoted his product, we made a change in his product, and from 5 employees, his company went to 75 employees in COVID times, when nobody believed that anyone can do business in life. And he was an SMEs with conviction and motivation to do something in life in the city of Pune. He got a funding, and the funding was really very high. He got mentorship from somebody from Singapore and from Silicon Valley. The point that I'm trying to drive here, that all of you have that within you. It is just that intrinsic motivation which is required for all of us to believe in us, that we can make a change. And you can make a change not only in Assam, but you can make a change nationally, is what I sincerely feel. Let me come to the second point, whether you become an entrepreneur or an entrepreneur. Let me put in front of you, to this generation, that what are the shifts and changes that you are likely to see. The biggest shift and the change that you're all going to see is the change in technological space in India. We're already hit with the biggest thing that is facing all of us is AI. Artificial intelligence is what we are all hearing from the Honorable Prime Minister of the country to all chief ministers talking about AI as a way of life, be it in life sciences, be it in hospital management, be it in business management, be it in our day-to-day lives, be it everywhere where artificial intelligence is going to make a change in all of you. Let me tell you, I belong to a generation which grew up without a computer. I learned to get on to the desktop when I started working on my PhD program. We learned on the go. But today, you are in a generation where you have been with a desktop and a laptop and systems around you and a mobile system which give you everything at the click of a button. Let me tell you, when I say that I'm a lifelong learner, today I had the fortune of meeting Honorable Governor Sir and presenting my book on AI Unzipped. At this age, if we can learn and if we can write, I think you people sitting in this room, the youth of this state of Assam will definitely make a change and will be the light of the state of Assam if you decide you want to make it big in your life. From here, I want to take you to another area, and that's the fourth area that I want to focus upon in my speech. A lot of us understand that India has a positive demographic dividend, which means that the youth in this country are tremendous, and if we tune the youth in the right direction, the country will definitely achieve $5 trillion economy that the Honorable Prime Minister speaks of. And I'm sure your Chief Minister also speaks, Governor Sir also speaks about it. Everybody speaks about it because there's a conviction that we will be able to achieve that. Let me also tell you the flip side of other countries. We have countries like Germany, we have countries like Japan, European countries, Russia, Canada, everyone struggling with a population which is an aging population. I believe that even if 2% of people from India, 2% of people from every state decide to go to these countries and contribute to the economic development of your region, you could make a lot of difference to your state. And what is required? I was very happy and excited to see that you have a language faculty. I believe that we need to move from not only in learning our languages that we are born with, but we should also try and learn at least 1 or 2 international languages. I represent a university where we have partnership with NSDC International, and I am not exaggerating. Every month I received at least 1,000 vacancies in these countries, and we are not able to support them. We have consulates from Russia, from Japan, from Germany visiting us, and I'm sure they would want to also look at Northeast. They would like to look at Assam as well. Why not? But can we go a step ahead? We are domain specialists. You have become domain specialists today. But along with being a domain specialist, can you master one language and look at cross-border jobs as well for your state, for yourself, for your parents, for your community, and for your economic development? I am telling you to become selfish for yourself. If you become selfish for yourself, your parents are benefited, your society is benefited, your state is benefited, your country is benefited. So look at your own self. What can you do for your own self to upgrade and break the glass ceiling that we have around us? It's very important for all of us to do. Let me also come to the final part of my talk, where I've spoken a lot on how do you develop your careers, how do you engage yourself in your workplace, how do you look at technology, how do you look at jobs, how do you look at cross-border jobs. But having said all of this, I feel that most important thing for everyone sitting in this room, which is beyond the skills, education, the naukri that you get, the careers that you make, is become a good human being. Have values. If you become a citizen with strong values, I think the world will look at you. You have to become a good individual, which is most important. Everything else will follow. Let not the technology govern humanity. Let humanity govern the technology, which is equally important for everyone sitting in this room. I think we need to carry this message with us, within us, to become individuals that Cotton University will be proud of. It's a heritage, it's a brand name that you are carrying, the tag of being an alumnus of Cotton University to the whole world. We expect you to become successful in your lives, not only by way of the professional enhancement that you do, but also by way of being a value-added individual who is grounded to the earth, who understands how to make a change in the society. You are the shakers and movers of this particular society. And I'm sure you can do and you can make this society a very sustainable society in times to come. I wish all of you a very good luck, and I congratulate all of you for having received your degrees. Some of you have received your diplomas, some of you have received your postgraduate programs, and many of you have also received your PhD programs. And I wish Cotton University all success to have more number of students like you to take the light of knowledge from Assam to the whole world. Thank you so much.
May I now request Honorable Chancellor Shri Lakshman Prasad Acharya, Governor of Assam, to deliver his address.
काटन विश्वविद्यालय के तृतीय दीक्षांत समारोह में उपस्थित महाराष्ट्र राज्य कौशल विश्वविद्यालय की कुलपति, जिनको आपने बहुत ही ध्यान से सुना और बहुत ही महत्वपूर्ण बातें बताई आपको, मैं समझता हूँ कि उसको हम सब अपने जीवन में संकल्प के रूप ले लें तो जीवन में स्वयं को, अपने परिवार को, अपने समाज को और अपने देश के लिए आप बहुत कुछ करने में समर्थ होंगे। ऐसी प्रोफेसर अपूर्वा पालकर जी, IIT गुवाहाटी के पूर्व निदेशक प्रोफेसर गौतम बरुआ जी, उनका भी संबोधन मैं समझता हूँ एक एक पंक्तियाँ एक मंत्र के रूप में आपने लिया होगा और जीवन में समाज में कुछ करने में एक सामर्थ्य पैदा करेगा। उनके उस बोधन से मैं उनको भी बहुत बधाई देता हूँ। डीलिट की उपाधि से सम्मानित श्री कनक सेन डेका जी, मैं बहुत बहुत अभिनंदन करता हूँ कि विश्वविद्यालय ने एक बहुत महत्वपूर्ण काम किया। जो स्वयं सम्मानित हैं उन्हें सम्मानित करके यह विश्वविद्यालय सम्मानित हुआ है। इसके लिए ऐसे श्री कनक सेन डेका जी, काटन विश्वविद्यालय के कुलपति प्रोफेसर रमेश चंद्र डेका जी, कुल सचिव और विश्वविद्यालय के अन्य अधिकारीगण, काटन विश्वविद्यालय न्यायालय कार्यकारी परिषद और शैक्षणिक परिषद के सम्मानित सदस्यगण, डीन विभागाध्यक्षगण, संकाय सदस्य, आमंत्रित अतिथि, मीडिया के मित्रों, मेरे प्रिय विद्यार्थियों, आज के दीक्षांत समारोह में आप सभी के मध्य उपस्थित होकर मुझे अत्यंत हर्ष का अनुभव हो रहा है। सर्वप्रथम मैं इस ऐतिहासिक अवसर पर विश्वविद्यालय द्वारा डीलिट उपाधि से सम्मानित असम साहित्य सभा के पूर्व अध्यक्ष तथा प्रख्यात साहित्यकार श्री कनक सेन डेका जी को विशेष सम्मान अर्पित करता हूँ, अभिनंदन करता हूँ, जिन्हें विश्वविद्यालय ने इस प्रकार के सम्मान से नवाजने का काम किया। मैं आज यहाँ पदक और डिग्री प्राप्त करने वाले सभी विद्यार्थियों को बहुत बहुत बधाई देता हूँ और उनके उज्जवल भविष्य की मंगल कामना करता हूँ। मेरे प्रिय विद्यार्थियों, आज सभी देश के भविष्य, अभी बात में आपको पूर्व में भी कहा गया कि यू आर फ्यूचर ऑफ नेशन, यू आर फ्यूचर ऑफ स्टेट, योर फ्यूचर ऑफ योर फैमिली, यानी आप देश के, समाज के, सबके भविष्य हैं। इस प्रकार को आपको संबोधन मिला, एक बहुत बड़ा सम्मान है। हमें उस बात को आज संकल्प के रूप में लेना, आने वाले समय में आपको ही देश की जिम्मेदारियां उठानी। महापुरुष श्रीमंत शंकर देव, श्री श्री माधव देव सहित अनेक विभूतियों ने इस पावन धरती को अपने ज्ञान से अभिषंचित किया है। मैं बात के क्रम में आज ये उपाधि प्राप्त करके हमें कुछ संकल्प भी लेना, हमें कैसा बनना। मैं आज कल अखबार में पढ़ रहा था कि श्रीमंत शंकर देव जी के नाम से अपने छत्तीसगढ़ में पंडित रविशंकर विश्वविद्यालय है उसने उस विश्वविद्यालय ने श्रीमन शंकर देव जी के ज्ञान को, उनके आदर्श को, उनके चरित्र को, उनके शिक्षा को ग्रहण आगे बढ़ाने के लिए वहाँ पर श्रीमन शंकर चेयर स्थापित करने का काम किया है। मैं आज के अवसर पर अपनी सरकार की ओर से, अपने राज्य की ओर से छत्तीसगढ़ के सरकार को, वहाँ के अपने जो राज्यपाल हैं, अपने असम राज्य के ही हैं, मैं उनको अपनी ओर से, आप सबकी ओर से बहुत बहुत बधाई देता हूँ कि समाज एक अच्छा समाज बनाने के उन्होंने संकल्प लिया है। हमें ऐसा काम करना है कि हमारे नाम से पीठ स्थापित हो, हमारे नाम से योजनाएं स्थापित हो। श्रीमन शंकर देव जी की शिक्षा, चूँकि शिक्षा प्राप्त करने का मूल उद्देश्य यही है, हम कितने आदर्शों को अपने जीवन में संकल्प के रूप में ले पाए। विद्यार्थियों, अमृतकाल का ये समय हमारे ज्ञान, शोध और इनोवेशन का समय है। हमें एक ऐसा भारत बनाना है जिसकी जड़ें प्राचीन परंपराओं और विरासत से जुड़ी होंगी, जिसका विस्तार आधुनिकता के आकाश में अनंत तक होगा। हमें अपनी संस्कृति, अपनी सभ्यता, अपने संस्कारों को जीवंत रखना है, अपनी विविधता को संरक्षित और संवर्धित करना है। साथ ही प्रौद्योगिकी, बुनियादी ढांचे एवं शैक्षिक व्यवस्थाओं को निरंतर आधुनिक भी बनाना है। ये इसलिए कहा गया कि जब हम गुलाम हो गए, परतंत्र हो गए, तो सबसे पहले हमने अपना आत्मविश्वास खो दिया। मेरे पास हमारे ट्रेडिशंस खराब, हमारे कल्चर ठीक नहीं, हमारा जो कुछ है हमारे पास अपना कुछ नहीं, जो कुछ आया हमें बाहर से आया। एक हम आत्मविस्मृति में चले गए। देश एक बार आत्मगौरव की ओर बढ़ रहा है। आज हम डिग्री प्राप्त करके, उपाधि प्राप्त करके उसको कितना बल दे सकते हैं, आज ये संकल्प का भी दिन है। अतः अमृतकाल का ये समय सोते हुए सपने देखने का नहीं, बल्कि जागृत होकर के अपने संकल्प पूरा करने का है। आने वाले 2 दशक कड़े परिश्रम के दशक होंगे, इसलिए इस अमृतकाल में हमारा ध्यान भविष्य पर ही केंद्रित होना चाहिए। मुझे लगता है कि देश के इन प्रयासों में कॉटन विश्वविद्यालय जैसे उच्च शिक्षक संस्थानों की बड़ी भूमिका होनी चाहिए। मुझे विश्वास है कि हमारे विश्वविद्यालय एवं उच्च शैक्षिक संस्थानों के प्रयासों से आने वाले दिनों में भारत का कद और भी ऊंचा होगा। मैं कॉटन विश्वविद्यालय में बोल रहा हूँ तो मुझे बहुत, चूँकि यहाँ के चांसलर होने का मैं भी स्वयं को गौरव अनुभव कर रहा हूँ। मेरी वाइस चांसलर साहब से बात हो रही थी, उन्होंने कहा कि सर आपको खुशी होगी कि हमारे यहाँ 60% से ज़्यादा हमारी बेटियाँ इस विश्वविद्यालय में शिक्षा लेती हैं। जिस समाज में, देश में, जिस राज्य में, जिस परिवार में महिलाओं का इतना बड़ा सशक्तिकरण होगा, उस देश को आगे बढ़ने से कोई नहीं रोक सकता है। इसीलिए देश के प्रधानमंत्री जी जब ने यही कहा, अब देश में बेटियां बढ़ेंगी, देशी बेटियां पढ़ेंगी, बेटियां हमारे आगे बढ़ेंगी। आज उस सपने को साकार करने में हमारा कॉटन विश्वविद्यालय एक अग्रणी भूमिका निभाएगा, ऐसा मैं पूरा विश्वास करता हूँ। मुझे खुशी है कि कॉटन विश्वविद्यालय शैक्षणिक गुणवत्ता और उत्कृष्टता को बनाए रखने के लिए निरंतर प्रयत्नशील है। यह एक बहुत पुराना संस्थान है। मुझे जानकारी हुई कि 1901 में ही हुआ। आज यह विश्वविद्यालय के रूप में समाज को नई दिशा देने का कार्य कर रहा है। मित्रों, इस संस्थान की एक समृद्ध विरासत है। भारत सरकार के सर्वोच्च नागरिक सम्मान भारत रत्न से अलंकृत राज्य की महान विभूतियाँ लोकप्रिय गोपीनाथ बारदोलोई और सुधाकांत डॉक्टर भूपेन हजारिका भी इसी संस्थान के छात्र थे। आपके लिए एक बहुत मजबूत प्रेरणा है। हम गोपीनाथ बारदोलोई और डॉक्टर भूपेन हजारिका जी जैसा हमारे सामने उदाहरण है, क्योंकि ये हमेशा विषय बनता है हमारे सामने एग्जाम्पल कैसा आता है। हम किसको देख करके प्रेरणा लें, हम किसको देख करके आगे बढ़ने का संकल्प लें, कैसा मुझे बनना, यह मन में कहीं ना कहीं बात ज़रूर आती है। मैं इसलिए इस विषय को उठा रहा हूँ कि आपने डिग्री प्राप्त कर ली, उपाधि प्राप्त कर ली, अब आगे का एक नया स्टेप, नया जीवन आपको शुरू करना है। कुछ और भी संकल्प लेने हैं। जैसा कि पूर्व वक्ताओं ने कहा, केवल डिग्री प्राप्त करने का उद्देश्य केवल नौकरी प्राप्त करना ही नहीं, कुछ नए नए इनोवेशन से, नए नए इनिशिएशन से हम समाज के लिए, देश के लिए, अपनी परंपरा के लिए, मूल्यों के लिए क्या कर सकते हैं। तो हमारे सामने मेरे इस कॉटन विश्वविद्यालय के छात्रों को, मैं मेरे बेटे बेटियों के लिए एक बड़ा उदाहरण है कि इसी विश्वविद्यालय से इसे हमारे यहाँ भारत रत्न भी सम्मानित हुए। हमारे सामने एक सुंदर उदाहरण है। हम उस रास्ते पे कितना चल सकते हैं, हम उस आने पर कितनी प्रार्थना कर सकते हैं, आज कितना हम मजबूत संकल्प लेकर के आगे बढ़ने की सोच बना सकते हैं। आज के उपाधि के दिन यह भी सोचने का एक विषय है। इसके अतिरिक्त ज्ञानपीठ पुरस्कार से सम्मानित वीरेंद्र कुमार भट्टाचार्य, मामुनी रायसन गोस्वामी और नीलमणि फूकन भी कौटिन्य ही थे। यानी ये कौटिन्यन इतने थे जिन्होंने इस विश्वविद्यालय को, इस राज्य को सम्मानित करने का अवसर दिया। यह भी उदाहरण हम सबके सामने है, इनको हमें कतई नहीं भूलना चाहिए। आज के दिन उन्हें प्रेरणा के रूप में हमें स्मरण करना चाहिए। असम के माननीय मुख्यमंत्री, और मुझे तो बहुत जानकारी है कि हमारे मुख्यमंत्री भी डॉक्टर हेमंत बिश्व शर्मा जी भी, जो अपने राज्य के मुख्यमंत्री हैं, वो भी इसी विश्वविद्यालय के छात्र हैं, यहीं से शिक्षा दीक्षा लेकर के समाज की सेवा में लगे हैं। यानी अनेक उपलब्धियों से। और आज तो मुझे एक और अच्छा लगा, मेरे जो जैसे स्पोर्ट्स के जो बहुत आज देश में एक बड़ा नाम कर रहे हैं, श्री रियान पराग जी, जो पूर्वोत्तर से पहले क्रिकेटर हुए, जो भारतीय क्रिकेट के लिए खेल करके इस राज्य का नाम रोशन कर रहे हैं। यानी ऐसा बनना, हम लोग गा दें ना, मेरा नाम करेगा रोशन मेरा जग का राज दुलारा, मेरे घर का राज दुलारा, मेरे राज्य का राज दुलारा। हमें कुछ अलग करना, हमें कुछ नया सोचना। मैं बधाई देता हूँ, आज मुझे अच्छा लगा विश्वविद्यालय ने उन्हें भी उनकी परिश्रम से, उनकी तपस्या से, और इसके बाद भी सब कुछ हासिल कर लिया, फिर भी पढ़ने का शौक़, कुछ और आगे करने का शौक़, ये सब मेरे राज्य की खूबसूरती है। मैं उनको भी बहुत बधाई देता हूँ। मेरे प्रिय विद्यार्थियों, आज आपको इस संस्थान के ने स्नातक घोषित किया है। अब आपके जीवन में अनेक अवसर आने वाले हैं। स्वामी विवेकानंद जी के दर्शन और आदर्श आपके लिए प्रेरणापुंज है। स्वामी जी के दिखाए रास्ते पर चलकर एक भारत श्रेष्ठ भारत, आत्मनिर्भर भारत, स्वस्थ भारत और भारत को विश्व गुरु बनाने का सपना साकार किया जा सकता है। यही माननीय प्रधानमंत्री श्री नरेंद्र मोदी जी के सुशासन का केंद्र भी है। शिक्षा किस बात के लिए? एक पूर्ण मनुष्य बनकर के। पूर्ण मनुष्य कौन? जिसके जीवन में संकल्प हो, जाति धर्म पंथ भाषा से ऊपर उठ करके एक वसुधैव कुटुंबकम, विश्व बंधुत्व का भाव। दुनिया को भारत ने तो इसीलिए दिया, हम विश्वगुरु थे। दुनिया के लोग हमारे यहाँ आते थे, हिंदुस्तान यात्री जैसे यहाँ आते, तक्षशिला नालंदा विक्रमशिला जैसे विश्वविद्यालय हिंदुस्तान में थे। दुनिया के लोग शिक्षा प्राप्त, वो गीत लोग गाते हैं, जहाँ डाल डाल पर सोने की चिड़िया करती है बसेरा, वह भारत देश है मेरा। ऐसा सुंदर भारत, और उस भारत में हमारा असम जैसा एक सुंदर प्रकृति से भरपूर राज्य, जो इस देश की एक ताकत है। आज उस राज्य को, उस कल्चर को, उस संस्कृति को, उस परंपरा को, उन मूल्यों को, जिसे श्रीमन शंकर देव जी, माधव जी ने, वीर चिलाराय ने, लाचित बरफुकन जी ने, अभी मैं गया था दिमा हसाओ, तो वहाँ भी शंभुनाथ फोगले ने, अनेक ऐसे महापुरुषों ने न जाने कितने संघर्ष करके इस राज्य की संस्कृति को, परंपरा को, मूल्यों को, राज्य की यानी तमाम पर्यावरण को बचाने का काम किया। हम उस दिशा में आज शिक्षा प्राप्त करके क्या संकल्प ले सकते हैं? नए नए इनोवेशन से हम अपने राज्य को मजबूती देने का आज यह संकल्प का दिन है। आइए इस पुनीत अवसर पर स्वामी विवेकानंद जी की शिक्षाओं, राष्ट्र की भावना, देशभक्ति, विविधता में एकता और समावेशिता को आत्मसात करने का संकल्प लें। बंधुओं, राष्ट्र निर्माण सहित ज्ञान का प्रसार, कौशल विकास, अनुसंधान और नवाचार का निरंतर बढ़ावा देना ही विश्वविद्यालय का मुख्य काम होता है। कॉटन विश्वविद्यालय को देश के एक सबसे बड़े शोध संस्थान के रूप में स्वयं को स्थापित करना है। शोध, नवाचार, कौशल विकास और रोजगारपरक शिक्षा को सर्वोच्च प्राथमिकता देनी है। हम विश्वविद्यालय में केवल डिग्री बांटने वाले लोग नहीं होंगे, हम समाज की आवश्यकताओं को अध्ययन करेंगे और अपने बच्चों के अंदर उस प्रकार का हुनर पैदा करेंगे, उनको स्किल्ड करेंगे, ताकि समाज की आवश्यकताओं को पूरा करने में हमारा बच्चा समर्थ हो। और हमारे इस राज्य के लोगों के तन अद्भुत क्षमता है, जो चाहते हैं वो हो रहे हैं। और बाबा साहब अम्बेडकर भी कहते थे, उठो, इतना पढ़ो, इतना करो कि आसमान छू लो। यानी आसमान छूने का आह्वान करते हैं और कहते भी हैं, जो शिक्षा शेरनी का वह दूध है, जो पढ़ेगा वही दहाड़ेगा। तो आप पढ़ करके दहाड़ो, आगे बढ़ो। हमारी बहुत बहुत शुभकामनाएं। आर्टिफिशियल इंटेलिजेंस के बारे में हमारी डॉक्टर साहब ने बहुत अच्छे विषय कहा। हमारी दुनिया को बदल रही है, स्वास्थ्य सेवा से लेकर परिवहन तक, मनोरंजन से लेकर के शिक्षा तक, शायद कोई ऐसा क्षेत्र नहीं है जो AI से छूता रहा हो। यह उद्योगों को बदल रहा है, मानवीय क्षमता को बढ़ा रहा है। अतः प्रत्येक विश्वविद्यालय को इन सब गतिविधियों को ध्यान में रखना चाहिए। ऐसे पाठ्यक्रम शुरू करने चाहिए जिनमें आर्टिफिशियल इंटेलिजेंस का अध्ययन, समझ और उपयोग में शामिल हो। मुझे जानकर खुशी है कॉटन विश्वविद्यालय इस दिशा में कदम उठा रहा है, कुछ नए नए स्टेप ले रहे हैं। मैं इसके लिए मुझे प्रसन्नता है। और जब देश का युवा राष्ट्र प्रथम, नेशन फर्स्ट सोच के साथ आगे बढ़ने लगता है, तब उस दुनिया की कोई ताकत उसे रोक नहीं सकती। राष्ट्र प्रथम, सदैव प्रथम की भावना के साथ माननीय प्रधानमंत्री श्री नरेंद्र मोदी जी के निरंतर प्रयास के परिणाम स्वरूप आज दुनिया भारत की एक नई दृष्टि से देख रही है। आज फिर से हम उस विश्व गुरु भारत की ओर बढ़ रहे हैं। साथियों, विश्वविद्यालय के कुलाधिपति के रूप में काटन विश्वविद्यालय को नई ऊंचाइयों पर पहुंचते देख करके मुझे स्वाभाविक रूप से प्रसन्नता हो रही है, आत्मिक संतोष हो रहा है। काटन विश्वविद्यालय को नैक मूल्यांकन में 1 ग्रेड प्राप्त हुआ है। निश्चित रूप से विश्वविद्यालय के सभी के लिए बहुत ही गौरव का विषय है, राज्य के लिए गौरव का विषय है कि उसके राज्य में जिन परंपराओं को अब तक लोगों ने शुरू किया उसको वर्तमान में यह विश्वविद्यालय, यहाँ की प्रबंधन, यहाँ की टीम, यहाँ के वाइस चांसलर, यहाँ के पूरा विश्वविद्यालय परिवार इसको आगे बढ़ा रहा है, उस पुनीत परंपरा को। मैं सबको साधुवाद देता हूँ और बधाई देता हूँ। राष्ट्रीय शिक्षा नीति के आधार पर हम भारत को वैश्विक महाशक्ति बना सकते हैं। देश के यशस्वी प्रधानमंत्री श्री नरेंद्र मोदी जी ने भारत को विश्व की तीसरी सबसे बड़ी आर्थिक महाशक्ति बनाने के साथ एक पृथ्वी, एक परिवार, एक भविष्य के माध्यम से विश्व को भारत के विचारों से जुड़ा है। 1 अर्थ, 1 फैमिली, 1 फ्यूचर। ये देश ने दुनिया को नेतृत्व दिया है। हमें टुकड़ों में नहीं देखा जा सकता। हम तो विश्व बंधुत्व का भाव रखने वाले हैं, उसे हमें मजबूती देनी है। विद्यार्थियों को हमारे देश की महान विरासत, संस्कृति और परंपराओं के बारे में जानकारी दिया जाना चाहिए। पाठ्यक्रम और अध्यापन के अलावा सीखने सिखाने पर भी और जोर देना चाहिए। साथियों, मुझे बताया गया कि काटन विश्वविद्यालय शोधपरक और कौशल आधारित पाठ्यक्रमों को अपनाकर अपने आप को विकसित शैक्षणिक परिदृश्य के साथ जोड़ रहा है। क्लाइमेट साइंस स्टडीज, परफॉर्मिंग आर्ट में सर्टिफिकेट कोर्स के साथ नेट व JRF के लिए भी विशेष कोचिंग की व्यवस्था करना विश्वविद्यालय की बहुत ही सार्थक पहल है। इसके लिए मैं बहुत इसके लिए बधाई देता हूँ। मेरे प्रिय विद्यार्थियों, आपको अपने संस्थान के गौरवशाली अतीत की प्रेरणा लेते हुए आगे बढ़ना है। आप प्रेम, करुणा, न्याय और निस्वार्थ सेवा के मूल्यों को कायम रखते हुए प्रगति के पथ प्रदर्शक के रूप में उभरें, दुनिया का नेतृत्व करें, बदलाव लाएं और असम और भारत को गौरवान्वित करें। मैं एक बार फिर से आज डिग्री प्राप्त करने वाले सभी छात्रों को अपनी हार्दिक शुभकामनाएं प्रदान करता हूं और यह ज़रूर कहना चाहता हूं, आपने यहाँ पर तालियों के बीच कोई गोल्ड मेडल पाता है, कोई उपाधि प्राप्त करता है मुस्कुराहट के साथ, लेकिन इसके पीछे आप बहुतों की योगदान है। जब आप घर से चले होंगे तो घर में कभी मम्मी ने, कभी चाची ने, कभी दीदी ने आपको रोटी बनाई होगी, पराठे सब्जी बनाए होंगे, देर हुआ, भागे जल्दी इसको कॉलेज जाना है। किसी ने आपको यहाँ तक पहुँचाया होगा, न जाने कितनी तमाम कठिनाइयाँ संघर्ष करते हुए आपको आज इस रूप में अगर आपके अभिभावक आए हों तो मैं उनको भी बहुत बधाई देता हूँ, उनको अभिनंदन देता हूँ। आपका ये दिन उनके लिए कितना गौरवशाली है, आपके लिए है, राज्य के लिए है, आपके गांव के लिए है। निश्चित रूप से हमें ये सोचना पड़ेगा कि हमने जो उपाधि प्राप्त करी है जी, वह उसमें हमने विश्वविद्यालय की जो शिक्षा प्राप्त करी 1901 में, अगर विश्वविद्यालय उस समय कॉलेज स्थापित हुआ, विश्वविद्यालय हुआ, आगे तरफ बढ़ रहा है, तो हमने जहाँ से शिक्षा प्राप्त की, जिस राज्य से शिक्षा प्राप्त की, जिस डिग्री कॉलेज से शिक्षा प्राप्त किया, जहाँ से भी हमने शिक्षा प्राप्त किया, हमने अपने समाज उसमें समाज का योगदान होता है। और कभी कभी अनजाना मन कहता है ना कि अजी हम पढ़ लिए, हमने तो अपने मेहनत करी, रात दिन पसीना पाया, फिर समाज क्या देता है, काहे के लिए समाज के लिए जीना, समाज का क्या लेना देना। लेकिन वह मेरी अज्ञानता होती है। हम सब का निर्माण समाज से होता है। अतः जब हम कुछ बने तो अपने समाज के लिए ज़रूर करें, अपने देश के लिए जरूर करें, अपने राज्य के लिए जरूर करें, अपने परंपराओं के लिए जरूर करें, अपने मूल्यों के लिए जरूर करें। अगर हम नहीं किए, सामान्य पंक्तियों में कहा जाता है कि अन्न जहाँ का हमने खाया, जल जहाँ का हमने पिया, उसकी रक्षा कौन करेगा। तो आप ही बोलते हो हम करेंगे। कैसे करोगे? तन से करेंगे, मन से करेंगे और धन से करेंगे। यानी हमारे पास जो कुछ है उससे करके अपने राज्य को, अपने गांव को, अपने परिवार को, अपने समाज को एक सुंदर सा बना करके, यानी पहले स्वयं को अच्छा बनना, स्वयं से एक अच्छा परिवार बनाना, अच्छे परिवार से एक अच्छा समाज बनाना, अच्छे समाज से एक अच्छा देश बना करके और अच्छे देश से एक अच्छा विश्व बंधुत्व का भाव स्थापित करके दुनिया का फिर नेतृत्व करता हुआ विकसित भारत देश को आदरणीय नरेंद्र मोदी प्रधानमंत्री जी ने संकल्प दिया है। युवा हमारे इस देश की अब केवल भार नहीं है, 65% इस युवा इस देश की ताकत है। बेटियां हमारी ताकत हैं, हर क्षेत्रों में नेतृत्व करती रही हैं। आज उसमें काटन विश्वविद्यालय उस नेतृत्व में नेतृत्व करता दिखाई पड़ेगा। आज की शिक्षा में यह भी संकल्प लेना है। मैं बहुत कुछ न कहकर एक बार मैं विश्वास करता हूँ जिस कड़े परिश्रम से आपके प्रोफेसर्स ने, आपके डीन ने, वाइस चांसलर ने, या इससे भी आपके यहाँ तक पहुँचने में इस यात्रा के जो भी साक्षी हैं, मैं उनको बधाई देता हूँ। और निश्चित रूप से मैं आपको जरूर आह्वान करना चाहूँगा, यह आपके ऊपर एक जिम्मेदारी है। हमारे देश, हम सबकी संस्कृति कृतज्ञता की संस्कृति है। हमारे लिए जो थोड़ा भी करता है हम उसको करते हैं। समाज ने किया, देश ने किया, परिवार ने किया, विश्वविद्यालय ने किया, हम भी उसके मूल्यों को चाहेंगे और जैसा मैंने कुछ नाम का उल्लेख किया वैसा बनने की दिशा में हम भी प्रयत्न करेंगे। एक बार फिर से मैं सबको शुभकामनाएं देता हूं। महत्वपूर्ण अवसर पर उनके माता पिता परिवारजनों को बधाई देता हूं। दीक्षांत समारोह के सफल आयोजन हेतु मैं विश्वविद्यालय प्रबंधन संकाय सदस्यों सहित विश्वविद्यालय से जुड़े सभी जनों के प्रति बहुत बहुत शुभकामनाएं बधाई देते हुए अपनी वाणी को विराम देता हूँ। जय हिंद।
I request the Honorable Chancellor of Cotton University to declare the third convocation of Cotton University closed.
I declare the third convocation of Cotton University closed.
I request all to rise for the national anthem. Now, the academic procession will leave the convocation hall. Kindly remain in your respective positions.